More creepypastas with mostly C's brain.
Okay, so in this short time that we were changing videos to record a new video, I've created my own creepypasta. It is called Demon Pasta. Let's begin. So I've come home from Tesco after a very frantic time shopping, and I feel the need to have some pasta. Now, my favourite pan has gone missing, so I go round my neighbours, and I ask to borrow their pan to boil the pasta in. And they warn me that this pan is cursed, and anything you cook in it will become sentient and murder you. So I say, nah, I don't believe in any of that. So...
My question is, why do they still have it?
Don't say we didn't warn you. We're going to put your house on eBay now. And I say, yeah, good luck with that. So I take the pan, go home, and I get everything ready and start cooking the pasta. Now, everything's going fine. I've cooked the pasta and I'm serving it up, and then I notice something odd, that the pasta is now purple. And I'm like, maybe there was food colouring in the pan and they were using that to try and create an So I get out my utensils, season the food, and I start eating the pasta, and then I feel something strange inside of me. And then the pasta starts to crawl out of my throat. And it says, "The revenge for the pasta you have destroyed before you. We will destroy you." And then all the pasta just shoots straight up, and it starts choking me. And I'm coughing up blood, and this pasta is tearing me from the insides and choking me. And then I die, and then the pasta turns back to normal, and...
The story ends.
But a creepypasta about literal creepypasta. That's really original.
And it's still way creepier than actual creepypastas.
Yeah.
Creepypasta about pasta.
And demon pesky, monstrous demon. Yeah.
Are you ready for Hell
Yeah, we're ready.
64?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. It was the end of 7th grade, and as a present I got I'm already screwing up. And as a present I got a copy of my favorite N64 game, Star Fox 64, from a game store named The Gamer's Paradise. There was one comment in that entire thing. As I was buying the cartridge, the cashier gave the copy a smug look, then at me. I figured he didn't want to be at work because his eyes were red and had wrinkles underneath. The copy had a huge dent in the middle, but looks pretty playable. A moment later, trying to find my old N64, I popped in the cartridge to find the nostalgic intro and title, and I played the hell of this game. I would not sleep for days, sometimes for consecutive nights. What?
Okay. I would not sleep for days, I would not sleep for nights.
Wow. Logic.
After I got all the medals, all the high score, and played the death out multiplayer with my friends, I started to go back to my PS3 and PC, and never touch my N64 for at least 3 years. For old nostalgia's sake, I pop in the cartridge. The intro and title screen was a bit weird, noticing some polygon and scene were distorted, and the music was somewhat eerie and high-pitched, but I decided that it was just the game's old age. Everything seems to run fine until I take the alternate route to Sector Y. After the last half loop, everything got slower, more demonic. Fox pop in saying, "Ivan, help us." Yes, my name is Ivan. And Fox didn't look like himself. The more Fox got damaged, more mutilated his face got. Is Yoda telling the story? What the hell? More mutilated his face got.
You keep doing it in house voice.
Yes. For all that happens, yeah, do it in that voice.
Whenever it's a really weird grammar sentence, whenever it's
Do it in
really
the Yoda voice.
weird, I will do it like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, as I got to the alternate boss Cornaria, I'm pretty sure that Cornaria isn't a boss. It is in fact the first planet.
Yeah.
boss began to talk normally, but in each moment he'll talk slower, more demonic. The dialogue box translated, "Play if you dare. At the end you will see. He'll get you." Fox popped in. Fox popped in as well, looking even more mutilated than before. "Get your Hey Pikachu microphone." What scared me is that my Hey Pikachu mic, Hey You Pikachu mic was right next to me, even though I remember seeing it in the garage. What scares me is that you actually own a Hey You Pikachu mic. Quickly, I reached for the power button. Quickly, I reached for the power button, but the screen went white and made an long eerie noise. The screen began to chug a new image. After 30 seconds, the games played the cheery Cornaria theme while playing a hellish version of Venom. Falco, Peppy, and Skippy. I don't recall Skippy in Star Fox 64.
Skippy is
real question,
Slippy's cousin.
The power button instead of just removing the cartridge flat out.
Because logic.
Or just
Falco, Peppy, and Skippy were no longer there. Just Anne's skull casting over them. Fox popped in again. His polygon looked different, like if he was angered, telling me this time, "This is your fault. You had to leave us. Because of you, they died. Now he's out for me, and I have no one." That's in all caps, by the way. Then Fox started to cry. I plugged in my Hey You Pikachu mic, asking Fox what I have done. "He got them, all of them." Fox put his head down in sadness. "Who is them and who is he?" I said, confused. The screen went white again, making that ringing noise again. But this time it went to the title screen. It was the normal title screen until my TV began to show static for 5 seconds. Slippy was gone, and in the background a trashed R-Wing appeared in Slippy's
What happened to
place.
Skippy?
Skippy's gone.
Why
Yeah, Skippy's gone now.
Skippy's gone.
I'd also say this now. It's kind of fitting that the cave we're in, because the treasures here are all Christmas items, and it's December at the time of this recording, so it's fitting.
Yeah, that's the only section of this commentary where we'll say something about the game.
Probably, yeah.
Once again, the screen turned into static, and Falco was gone. The background changed to blood red, while a faded image of Andros laughing was cast over Fox.
No, Falco was gone because he went to Smash 4.
Yeah.
He's in Smash now.
I pressed the start button, and the only option was play. As I pressed the play option, the cutscene that players at the beginning was replaced by text saying, "One by one, they were all shut down." That actually says shot down. "You have abandoned your friends, and now you'll pay." The level was a destroyed Cronaria, and all I saw was Andros' forces still destroying the leftovers. I couldn't move the R-Wing either. It was as if the game wanted me to look. After a minute of cruising down the level, I just imagined this like casual stroll down a hellish wasteland of an apocalypse.
And destruction.
After a minute of cruising down the level, the R-Wing stopped and fell down. As falling down, a hole opened.
As falling down, a hole opened. Fox popped in again, this time scared. "No, it can't be happening." Not again, just in general, I guess. This place looked like hell. Literally. This place...
The screams...
The section right in this level is hell, because we have that enemy now. Okay, continue.
The screams of people off in the distance. Fire everywhere, and Anne laugh was heard. Again I couldn't move, go figure. In the distance, I can see a throne in the distance. Each moment...
In the distance, I can see a throne in the distance.
Clear up. A figure was sitting on the throne. Finally, I get there, and then it just says Andros. "Andros, what is going on?" I said, scared and confused. Andros didn't look himself either. A dark red cloak or robe covered most of his body, and his face was rough. His eyes looked bloodthirsty and much more horrific. And now this is the greatest line ever that I was talking about earlier in any creepypasta. "Not even word. Can't disturb it."
What?
I think my teachers would murder me if I ever attempted to write something equivalent to that.
Wow.
Okay,
And
now
then
let's talk...
it just says, Then
now
it just
if we
says
actually,
type in.
if we
It's almost
actually-
over.
Okay.
The
Sorry, continue.
N64 turn off. Scared out of my mind, I took the cartridges out. Apparently there's multiple now. The cartridge, nope, now there's just one again, felt hot, just like a CD, after being in a system for too long, and noticed that cover was burned up. For the next month, I tried to return the game, but as I turned on my N64, everybody in my house would decide to leave as the game wanted me alone. At the end of the month, I destroyed the cartridge. I didn't need to do that in the first place. The next
Wow.
day, I went to a Gamer's Paradise to pick up my fight stick for Ultimate Marvel vs. Combat, for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Waiting, I took a look down at the counter to see what they had. Straight down and scared out of mind, it was a Star Fox 64 game that had the same huge dent in the middle, just like mine.
Wow.
And that's the end.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Alright, that was definitely something.
Not even
Yeah.
word can't disturb it.
No.
Alright, now who was better, my on-the-spot creepypasta or that?
Your on
That's
the spot
actually
creepypasta's better.
Yeah.
You'll-
Well,
you'll
if we're talking in terms of quality, then yeah. But in terms of hilarity, definitely Hellfox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Earlier, what I got
I
was
think mine was pretty
bulb.
funny.
Alright, now earlier I got a new type of Pikmin that are bulbmin, which are pretty much Pikmin hybrids in small bulborb bodies. You can't take them with you. You can't take them out of caves. You can only get them when you're in caves. But I think because the good thing about them is that they're immune to every hazard except explosions.
Which make them really valuable.
Yeah. But since you can't take them with you, I turn them into regular Pikmin whenever I get the chance, so I can technically take them with me, but they'll just be regular Pikmin.
Yeah. In spirit, they're with you.
Yeah, and that one other enemy, the bull bear, it's not as that dangerous in the first game as it is here, because unlike the other bulborbs, that one actively chases you down, and after you kill it, it won't actually die. It will slowly regenerate health.
Oh crap, we have like 10 minutes left. What to talk about?
I don't know.
Try to find a
Quick,
creepypasta.
find another creepypasta for us to talk about.
we.
I'm working
But
on it.
let's turn this into a makeshift episode of the Ramble Express podcast.
Sure, why not?
We
Yeah,
literally have nothing to talk about for that.
We've got plenty of time tomorrow for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just do like for a couple of hours. Just read a bunch of creepypastas and just leave it at that.
I swear, the podcast is going to just turn into Cards Against Humanity all week.
I hope not.
It would get boring after a while.
Yeah.
Nah. Cards Against Humanity, that's always fun.
Okay, yeah.
Wait,
Cards
well,
Against Humanity.
it might get boring for viewers because it's just like, Cards Against Humanity again.
And it's only the audio because I can't record the video.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we've got the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's see. Video. I'm on the Creepypasta wiki right now.
That reminds me, I got to upload not last week because we didn't record, but the week before. Or did I already do that?
I haven't seen it.
I need to upload that.
Let's see.
Alright, if you thought the snitch bugs were annoying,
Interesting.
if you thought the snitch bugs were annoying, here in these caves you got their evil cousins. They don't grab Pikmin. They grab you instead, and it gets really annoying here.
They grab you.
Yeah, they don't grab your Pikmin. They grab you.
Alright,
However, the funny thing is, Olimar mentions in his description on these enemies, only an idiot would get themselves caught in their grasp, and I think that's pretty funny.
Wow.
I think I know what we should do for the rest of the episode.
What?
Read shipping fan fictions.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Oh, nope. What? We'll just shut that down.
Well, that would certainly be interesting.
I'm on the Troll Pasta wiki because you at least get funnier stuff from that.
Okay, that's good enough. It's nice for a good laugh.
Yeah. It should just be the
Because that's where a couple of these the really bad ones have just been moved to.
This playthrough should just be like the Creepypasta playthrough now.
Yeah.
I
There
wouldn't be surprised.
right on the front page, there are 3 Five Nights at Freddy's creepypastas.
Oh joy.
Of course, there's Five Nights at Freddy's creepypastas. Why
So
wouldn't
what we need to
Specifically, there's Five
Oh,
Nights at Freddy's. Specifically, there's Five Nights at Freddy's Triple X Edition, 5 fucking Nights at Freddy's Fazberries,
What?
and 5 One Night Stands at Freddy Fuck Buddies.
What?
There's Creepypasta, and then there's...
Is that
Okay,
a
okay,
creepypasta
do
or
the
is that a
last-
porn?
Okay, do the last one, because that sounds freaking
What?
hysterical.
One night stand.
Well, because these ones are intentionally written bad, but it'll still be amazing.
Like one night
Basically bad rape fictions.
The
I think
names
this
are...
one might. I'm just like skimming through it, and I think there are like actual details and shit.
These names, though.
Yeah, the name.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm just gonna look at the. I'm gonna go over it and just tell you the basic idea. Some guy was looking at porn, and then that's actually kind of the gist of it. He was looking at porn.
So some guy was
The
looking
animatronics
at
came in,
fantasies came to
and
be
they raped
reality.
him.
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
On a slightly better note, how about we take a look at some of them Sonic fan fictions that have just really
Yeah.
weird ideas.
yeah, and the weird crossover ones.
So that's all I ever do, because those are way more fun to read than just straight up Sonic fan fiction.
It's funny because I'm actually watching the Pikmin gameplay.
I am.
Well,
I go to it every now and then whenever there's a page loading.
I'm watching it. I'm just like, yeah,
I'm
there's
just flat out.
I'm watching it. I'm just listening to what you guys are saying.
yeah. Because I don't know
Oh,
what.
here we
to
go.
say.
I found found Sonic the Hedgehog and Halo crossover.
Yes, we need
That's
to read it.
that seems somewhat.
How,
Yeah,
how,
I actually it's short enough that I could actually read through the entire thing. It's called Halo Fixing Cortana.
Do you think
Here's
you
the
can read it
description.
in the next 5 minutes?
Yeah, it's only like 700 words.
Okay.
okay.
Spartan John. This is the description. Spartan John S117 has lost his counterpart, an AI named Cortana. As he searches for an excellent mechanic, he finds a planet known as 1SZ472AL794. Really rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Wow.
Nicknamed Mobius by its inhabitants. With the scientists denying any help requests, the Spartan has got to get him to help by force. But when he looks around the planet, he finds something else. And this guy actually puts, like, copyrights. Like, by the way, I don't own any of this. This takes place after Halo 4, and often switches perspectives.
Right, so it's a load of rubbish, seeing as it happens after the last thing I consider actually canon. And I barely even consider Halo 4 canon.
Robotnik's Lair, Mobian Countryside, 5:37 p.m., 2/16/2558, which is already complete bullshit because it's 32 something in the actual Sonic comics.
Oh.
A cloaked figure
Oh yeah.
walks into a dimly lit room that smells of molten metal. In the center, there is a hanging light with table.
You're getting owned.
Yeah, I'm getting killed by these guys.
This freak.
Yeah.
Hey, at least
Yeah, look at this.
it's
They've
not
got me backed up in a
the
corner.
battle in Dust and Elysium Tale on the hardest difficulty with no upgrades.
Have fun with that.
Because then you got to fight like 20 giants, and you got to use what's her name's dust balls, and then you've got to also do the flying attack between all of them at the same time. It's ridiculous.
A thin man in a captain's uniform sits at the table waiting for the cloaked figure to sit down. The cloaked figure proceeded to sit in the armchair and spoke to the man. Are you Dr. Ivo Robotnik? I am S117. The man in the other seat replied, No, he is my commander, but I can help you, S117. Can you fix this? The cloaked man pulled out a square microchip with a ring in the center and another piece of one which was in the glowing man captain's uniform and... What?
I don't even know what's happening.
Me neither.
Right, so it
That's
wants to glue together a broken microchip.
Sure. I have never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, other than the
cloaked
fact that
figure
those
said
two
in its
things nearly killed me.
raspy voice. I'm not from here, but in the databases of our computer network, it says there is a genius programmer named Ivo Robotnik. Can he fix my AI chip? No commas in any of that. This is run-on sentences story. The doctor does not do private programming. I am sorry, the captain said with insincere sympathy. The cloaked figure pulled out a handgun and said
Because
impatiently,
when diplomacy fails...
Yeah, said impatiently. I want to see him. Take me to him now. The captain said with annoyance, guards escort him out and eliminate this man.
Okay, so
The
take
robotic
him out
guard...
from then kill him.
Yes. The robotic guards aimed their laser guns at the figure and fired, but an energy field surrounded where the lasers hit the cloaked figure. Then S-117 took a canister and pressed a button on the side. The two curved, glowing purplish blades came out towards the ends. No, wait. What?
What?
Energy source.
No anymore. Well, I know, but like, that sentence was structured weird. S-117 sliced the two of the three robots into pieces, and then threw a blue ball at the third, which exploded in a blue mist. That's not a grenade or anything, but definitely would have killed anybody else in the room.
Plasma grenade.
Will you now let me see him? S-117 towered over the man who still sat in the chair. No. The man in the chair said with anger in his voice. Then you are of no use to me, S-117 said with rage in his voice as he picked up his pistol from the table, shot the man in the head, and walked out silently. You'll notice I'm not putting any emotion into the dialogue. And that is simply because the way the guy wrote it, there's no capitals, no punctuation, nothing of any kind.
Also, you've already just killed the character, S-117.
Also, the
Because
part...
he wouldn't do that.
The part's done.
Yeah, the part's finished.
There's a second half. There's a second half, but I'll read it in the next video.